Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor, Mike Duggan.
Thank you, Stevie.
Yep.
Thank you. Before we begin here, a quick appreciation for my assistant, Stevie, everybody. Give it up for Stevie. He does a great job at keeping me safe. Alright. Since Detroit declared bankruptcy in 2013, we've come a long way as a city. With that said, there's still a lot to be accomplished, and a lot of change needs to be put in place before we can continue to rise to the top and continue to keep this great city great. With the issues I'll be addressing today, things can be fixed, things can be restored, and we can create solutions to the problems we're facing to turn Detroit back into a powerhouse city that it once was, like in the mid-1900s. First set of issues that comes to my mind today with Detroit is the environment. Right off the bat, there's the Asian carp invasion. Asian carp, it could reach the Great Lakes, folks, and some are even going as far as arguing that it's already reached now. We need to take the steps we need to take and put forth the resources down to disconnect Lake Michigan from the Mississippi River, or else the Asian carps are going to infiltrate, they're going to expand and pollute our waters both environmentally and economically. Again, with our fresh water, we need to control the algae. On August 14th, 2014, an algae bloom was recorded in Lake Erie that disrupted the water supply for 400,000 people in southeast Michigan. That's 400,000 people. We need to make the necessary changes and adjustments so we can control the growth. We need to implant systems to control the nitrogen runoff from our farms. We need to do what we can now so we save our resources and save our time in controlling these algae issues for the future. With the right steps, we can make sure we keep the world's largest freshwater system clean, fresh, and continue to have it help Detroit as a city thrive. This brings us to crime issues. While Detroit is now number 2 in the murder and crime rate for cities over 100,000, number 2 is still not something to be proud of, people. We should be damn ashamed. One problem that we face with the crime rate is abandoned houses. While we've already implemented a plan to tear down 20,000 houses, we need to keep this number rising. We need to aggressively tear down more houses, as this abandoned property is giving home to those who rape, murder, and scavenge the houses to sell off the plumbing systems and everything else that's left in these houses. We need to hire more police officers for our police force. We need to fill vacant spots, and in order to do so, we need to increase the rate of money that these officers are being given. These officers are getting paid crap to protect the deadliest city in the world. It's not right. With increased pay, we'll be getting more officers in the city. We'll have more patrol, more numbers that will help limit our crime rate. The last issue I'd like to talk about today with you is education issues. Public schools, there's no other way to put it, folks. It's been on a terrible, terrible decline since 2006. The numbers show us that since 2006, enrollment has decreased from 140,000 to just 50,000 folks. The percentages are terrible. Something needs to be done. We need to take action about this now. We need to do a 2 times, 5 times, 10 times better job on recruiting teachers and leaders for our schools. It all starts there with the basics. We need to address safety, transit. We need to support transportation and enrollment for our students. Nothing will be possible in dealing with our education issues without coming together with charter schools and state officials to tackle this problem together. Again, I'm Mike Duggan, and I can promise you, Detroit, I will continue to fight for you whether you fight for me or not. With changes made, we, the people of Detroit, can stand together. We can continue to raise this city off the ground and hold it high above our heads where it belongs. Detroit can be fully restored, and the time to make further action is now. For further information, you can check me out on Facebook, and you can also follow me on Snapchat at Mike Dugster. Thank you, and have a great day.